I love romantic comedies. My favorite in college was Sex and the City. And I never thought it affected my dating until I saw my laptop and it was full of folders and files on notes of every guy I dated in my 20s, like a gay, unpublished Carrie Bradshaw. I needed to collect every little piece of data so I could regale my tales to my friends at brunch. I never dated Charles or George. I dated the guy whose feet kind of smell. It was only until they proved their worth is when they were granted names. This is a story about Wallet Guy. Wallet Guy and I met over a dating app, and he had asked to do a FaceTime date before we met, and it was kind of weird. There were a lot of awkward silences, and I didn't really understand his humor, but I didn't really think we were gonna see each other again, and he texted me the next day to go on a date. We go to his apartment to watch reality TV and eat takeout. And I'm starting to understand his deadpan style of humor, and he's telling me all about his mom, and I just know she's gonna love me, you know? And it's crazy because he's a resident at a local hospital, and a psychic once told me I was gonna marry a doctor. I don't know, it seems like fate. And the whole time, my mind's kind of in two places. I'm looking at him and I'm thinking am I smiling? Am I smiling too much? Is this a sad story? Should I look more empathetic? Am I nodding? Am I nodding too much? And I think it's because I'm not fully present on the date. Because since I walked into his apartment, past the concierge, up the 11 floors to his apartment that viewed all of Boston Common, I knew I had met my husband. I was already befriending the concierge. I was rearranging the furniture. I was planning dates with my friends to go to the park and then go back to our apartment. The date went great. He walked me to the door, he gave me a kiss, and he said, "I'll see you later." I get to my car, and I don't have my wallet. And I'm looking through my car, but then I realize I paid for metered parking with my debit card in said wallet. So I go back upstairs, and we start going through his entire apartment. We're flipping couch cushions. We are raiding the fridge. We are going through the medicine cabinet. It is nowhere to be found. Eventually, he looks at me and he goes, "Do you think I stole the wallet?" Which I hadn't thought of till he said it. But I honestly did not care if he was a wallet thief. I just didn't want him to think I thought he was a wallet thief. Because, this is just a blip, his money, my money. Soon it will be our money and we can just laugh about this. So we look through the apartment again and we can't find the wallet, so I go home. And at this point, the anxiety of ruining the date is worse than the anxiety of losing the wallet. He texts me the next day and says he found the wallet. And I was like, "Oh, when can I come pick it up?" And he goes, "Oh, whenever, I'll just leave it with the concierge." And I quickly respond, "I'm good to get it whenever you're free, because I think this is our second date, right?" This is my rom-com moment, people. This is a little bump in the road, and then we all laugh about it, and then 3 to 5 years from now, bam, I'm a doctor's wife. It's been 5 days. Wallet Guy has been tied up at the hospital, which is something that I'm gonna have to learn to get used to. I have no cash. I work from home, but my car is out of gas. So I'm just ordering Grubhub for every meal. The same drivers at my door day in, day out. I have not seen any friends. I have not been up to much. And I'm noticing that Wallet Guy's responses are getting kind of shorter and it's taking him longer to respond. And I'm like, is this a weird vibe? And then I realize, what if he thinks I planted the wallet? Maybe I did, not consciously. But what if subconsciously I planted it? Or what if I saw it while we were looking for it and I just like ignored it? Like, what if instead of this being a rom-com, this is a psychological thriller and I am the villain? What if I'm Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction, but I had to Grubhub the rabbit soup? And like, I do not know if things unraveled because I was weird looking for the wallet. I don't know if he thinks I'm some sort of mastermind that had left breadcrumbs back to the second date, or I don't know if he just didn't like me that much and didn't want to see me again. But I knew that I wasn't gonna figure that out daydreaming and fantasizing about what we could have had. So I text him that I did in fact need my wallet. The next day, I go to his apartment. He hands me the wallet, gives me a 2-finger salute, and sends me on my way. I think about Wallet Guy a lot. Not about being with him. Being a doctor's wife seems very stressful. But I do think about how I was when I was with him. I was willing to bend over backwards to be the kind of person I thought he wanted when I didn't even know him. I can't lie to you people and say that when I talk to someone, I don't jump 3 to 5 years into the future. But I do try to keep my feet on the ground and my wallet in my pocket. Thank you guys so much.